Of all of our nation's wars here on The Price of Freedom, but we don't hear the story of many veterans of Iraq and Afghanistan. The biggest reason for that is that a lot of our younger veterans are not ready to talk publicly about what they saw. At least that's been our experience when we have requested interviews. Recently, we talked to a Marine Corps veteran who did 2 tours, one in Iraq, one to Afghanistan. He has a very interesting story to tell. Daniel Wysong enlisted in the Marine Corps in 2005. At that point, the United States had been fighting in Afghanistan for 4 years and in Iraq for 3.
I knew I was going, and that was exciting to me.
His first deployment was to Iraq.
My first deployment, just a lowly Lance Corporal. I didn't know where I was going, didn't know what I was doing. And it's scary. Starting out. It's just the fear of the unknown.
He went to Afghanistan in 2011, 2012. He says in that deployment, he saw a lot more combat.
We had on, I think it was September 10th or September 11th of 2011, we had gotten into a big firefight, and the guy beside me, and he was a couple of meters away, but he was beside me. He got killed. He
says that same day, the truck he was riding in was blown up. He says the entire deployment was very hard.
We had a lot of our guys lose their legs. One of our guys got shot and killed.
He says the fighting was hard, but so was missing his family. But he says he and the Marines he was there with say it was also hard to come home.
A lot of guys will still, well, when we first came back, they would call me and say, hey, I just don't feel like I'm doing anything. I feel like I'm worthless here. I feel like nobody appreciates anything that I do.
Daniel says he knows people respect his service and appreciate it, but he also says it's easy for many people to forget what military members are doing day in, day out.
Like the Sergeant Major said when we were coming back, said people don't care what you did over here. They just don't care. So just be ready for that when you go home.
But Daniel was not ready for what happened when he came home from Afghanistan. He was back in Chattanooga just a couple of months, and he was driving on his motorcycle on Highway 153.
I looked to my left. I saw the little car to my left, and I looked down at my speed, 55. I was like, man, I'm good. And next thing I know, I woke up in the hospital.
He broke several bones in his arm and shoulder and had severe nerve damage.
I broke my acromion, my humerus, broke my radial, my ulna, and I tore the deltoid muscles off.
That was all 6 years ago. He's doing much better today, but between fighting 2 wars and that crash, Daniel has been through some very hard times.
We all go through hard times, and I think when you go through hard times, you find out what you're made of.
Daniel now has his own tree trimming business, and he's working on starting a nonprofit to help veterans. He's holding a range day this Saturday for any veteran who wants to come out and attend. There's a Facebook page for more information. You can find the link in this story on our website. It's newschannel9.com.